So Kovalev is fighting July 25th, this Saturday. I believe it's on HBO. And I have an issue with Kovalev. As you may know, I'm not sure if you guys have seen the tweet that he had, but he had a tweet with a picture of him and his son, taking a picture together, and it's a picture of a monkey with boxing gloves on. And he was insinuating that that monkey in his son's picture on his son's t-shirt was Adonis Stevenson. Now, the reason why I feel that Kovalev is a racist because this is his second instance when he's made a comment. The other comment was when he misused the word Negro, and but I don't want to focus on that because this attack is a bit more overt. Um, First, the guy had to buy the shirt. Well, no, first it was a thought. I apologize. First it was a thought, because every action starts with a thought. And then he actually bought the shirt, and then he put it on his son. And fourth, he took the picture with a big old smile, he and his son. Um, as we know, there's racial tensions and racial motivations actually drive the sport of boxing because if you have just a great example would be Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, uh, Floyd Mayweather, Marcos Maidana, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez, and the biggest one that we had previous to Floyd was Oscar De La Hoya and Shane Mosley. So, with all due respect, that type of stuff brings in fans, brings in the nationalists, brings in novice dollars, which is important to the sport of boxing, which keeps it in the mainstream and keeps us attentive. But when a man overtly shows you who he is, you must believe him. I live by that. You guys might have heard that in many of my videos. Uh, Kovalev, I just despise him, and that's why I'm not actually going to Vegas to cover this fight. Is simply because I have no respect for Kovalev, uh, and I was disappointed in his response. It was actually you can tell it wasn't written by him. It was written probably by his publicist, but Kovalev is just simply a racist, and at some point I will interview Kovalev, uh, but it has to be a perfect type situation where he can't hide from the question. So it probably wouldn't be like in a one-on-one situation, because if it's a one-on-one situation, he can actually just avoid me. So what I'm encouraging fans to do is go watch PBC. It's at the Palms this weekend. It'll be cheaper prices, and I think they'll be giving away tickets for that fight. So go ahead and go to the Palms. Watch boxing. It'll be on free TV. You don't have to pay the prices to. I think they're starting out at $25 or $50. So I know Al Heyman, the genius of Al Heyman, will make his ticket prices cheaper and influence people to come and watch the fight on Saturday to pull audience from the Kovalev fight, which is actually genius. That's the same thing Burger King does to McDonald's. They you will rarely see a Burger King not too far from McDonald's just so they can get that free publicity because they know that McDonald's is the mainstay and people have to drive to McDonald's to get there. So as you're driving to McDonald's, you see a Burger King a half a mile away or a quarter mile away, and that's what Al Heyman is doing this Saturday. He has a just above average card, but I'm encouraging fans to watch PBC as opposed to watching Sergey Kovalev. But I just despise what Kovalev stands for. I think he's an overt racist. I don't think that it's hidden like many people hide their racism by by properly phrasing words. But to put your son in this type of to put your son to put this shirt on your son is actually deplorable. And I will not be watching the Kovalev fight. Um, I'll get the updates and stuff probably from you guys and all these boxing channels. I'll get the highlights from there, but I just don't agree with what he stands for, and I'll do an article on this in the paper. Um, but I think he's turned off the black community. I think real boxing fans will follow him, but the novice fans won't have anything to do with him. So lastly, I'm encouraging fans to watch the PBC fight as opposed to watching Kovalev just because he's a racist. And Feel free to Google it. Many stories have come up. A few boxing publications have done a story on it, but because the harsh reality is Kovalev is a big name fighter, so you have to be cautious and judicious how you use your words because you want to get credentialed for the fight, but he's done this to himself. So go watch PBC. I'm not a big fan of Kovalev. I actually enjoyed him against Bernard Hopkins, but probably in the back of his head he was like, I'm going to kill this nigga. So um, PBC. I'll be watching PBC, and I'll get the updates probably from Dan Raphael from his Twitter feed or from the YouTube boxing channel. So anyways, Barbershop Conversations, I'm out. And so from this point on, I will be rutely, viciously against Sergey Kovalev. I hope Adonis Stevens is not knocks him in the next week, as my mom used to say. So anyways, Barbershop Conversations, I'm out, guys.